Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're focusing on our hips. I'm gonna use my strap as well as just a little cushion for my knees today. So we're gonna be on our knees. If you want some cushion, if you wanna make your arms longer, find some things to use, a little bit of space to move, and let's get started. So we will begin today just in butterfly. So you can bring the soles of your feet together. Your knees out wide just to see how your hips are feeling so far. You might add a gentle sway side to side. You might not. But you can close your eyes. Allow your shoulders to fall away from your ears. You might start to tip forward. But just take a moment here to settle in. Softening through the hips a touch. Taking a slower breath in and out. And then if you are folding forwards a little bit, you can start to find your way back up. You can help your knees come together, give them a little squeeze. We're gonna be coming to tabletop, to our hands and knees. If you've got some props to use today, have them close by just in case. But come onto your hands and knees for sure, and maybe give your hips a gentle sway side to side. We are going to be setting up a lunge with our right foot forward. So if you would like to bring a cushion under your back knee, you can add that in. We're going to be here for a little bit of time. If you don't need anything, you don't need anything. If you want to roll your mat over, you can do that too. But sinking into our hips, feeling that left hip flex there. Now you might be feeling good here. You might also start to heel toe your foot over towards the right side. Turn your toes out on an angle. Let your knee go to the side too, our lizard lunge. Keep sinking into your hip. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. And if you do want to lift your back foot up and reach for it, you might use your strap to make your arm longer. You might be able to catch your foot with your right hand. So feel free to lift that back foot up, maybe hook your strap on it, encouraging the heel towards the glutes. Take your time if you're using a strap. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to hook it on your foot. But I want you to still sinking the hips forwards and down. Breathe. You do have your back foot lifted. You can start to lower it. The strap as well if you were using one. Just bring your hands to the ground, sink into your hips a touch more. If you brought your foot off to the right, start to heel toe it back to the middle. So back to our lunge. I want you to try to pull your front foot and your back knee together just ever so slightly. A micro movement that you can't see, but you can sure feel through that left hip flexor. Awesome work, you guys. We're going to slowly let that go. If you're still trying to pull your foot and your knee together, let it go, relax. And then find your way back to tabletop. You might take your cushion out from under your knee. Maybe give the hips a gentle sway, side to side too. But we're just switching sides, so you can cushion up the right knee if you want. And bring your left foot forwards. Keep the foot in the middle of the mat to start, sinking into the hip. Feel your right hip flexor. Now you might be staying here and you might heel toe your foot over towards the left. Lizard, toes on an angle, knee out to the side. Hands under your shoulders. Sinking into the hips. So if you'd like to lift your back foot up, use your strap if you need to, or reach for your foot. Again, take your time. If you're using your strap, take your time. Breathe. And you might even try to turn your chest to face down, bringing your heel a touch closer towards the glute. You do have your back foot lifted though. You can start to let it go. Hands to the ground under the shoulders, sinking into the hips again. If you have your foot off to the left in your lizard lunge, heel toe back in, come back to your lunge. If you'd like to try and slide your front foot and your back knee together, a little bit of engagement there. A little bit of effort, nothing's really moving, but notice what you feel. Awesome, you guys. You can start to relax if you're pulling your foot and your knee together. And then we can find our way back to tabletop. And feel free to give your hips a little bit of a sway side to side. Shake it out. We're going to be finding our way to seated with our legs in front of us. Now you might give the knees a little squeeze first. We're going to be setting up for double pigeon. Now if you want to do a seated figure 4, you can do that too. You can lean back. You can take your left foot and bring it on top of the right leg. You can stay here. That's half a double pigeon. And this, or would it be a single pigeon? And if you want to bring your right leg to the bottom, double pigeon. Point the toes forward, sit nice and tall unless you're leaning back. Maybe you'll be folding forwards though, and you can always add a gentle sway side to side if it feels good. Feel your hips. Soften your shoulders. If you are folding, you can start to lift. Uncross your legs and maybe give the knees a little squeeze. Switching sides when you're ready. So you can bring your right foot on top of the left leg, figure 4, or single pigeon. Or bringing the left leg underneath the right one. And maybe point the toes forwards, a little flex of the feet, lengthening through the spine. Maybe you're leaning back. Maybe you're going to start to lean forwards and add a little bit of a sway. Awesome work, you guys. If you are folding, start to lift yourself back up. We can all uncross our legs though. Bring the knees together for a little squeeze. Maybe another rock or sway side to side. And if you'd like to take one more butterfly, let the knees fall wide, lengthen your spine. Maybe you're folding forwards too. But this is where I leave you today. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope your hips are feeling nice and open. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.